A full day of eating on the WW Blue Plan and counting calories. Every time. I have a goal for losing 150 pounds. Zucchini and corn summer risotto. We had a long day. Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's Lauren back with another What I Eat in a Day video. If you're new, hey, I'm Lauren. I'm a mom on a healthy living lifestyle journey. I have a goal for losing 150 pounds, and since being at my highest weight of 365 pounds, I have so far lost just over 75 pounds using the WW Blue Plan as well as counting calories for a calorie deficit. So today I thought I would just take you guys along with a full day of eating on the WW Blue Plan and counting calories. It's been an early morning for us. For some reason, my daughter woke up at like 6 a.m. today, when normally she wakes up more like 7:30. So we've already been up and hanging out for a while. This is already my second tumbler of water for the day. In here, I just have some lemon water as well as a scoop of the Gut Love powder from TEAMI, which is my probiotic prebiotic blend I like to use. I do have a code for TEAMI. I will put it here on the screen for you guys, as well as put a link in the description if you want to check out any of their wellness powders. But I like to get my water and hydration going first thing in the morning before I eat anything. I try to get in 1 full tumbler. This morning, obviously, I've been able to have 2 because it was an early morning. I get 38 points a day on the WW Blue Plan. I get 1,800 calories for my calorie deficit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get breakfast started for us both. Oh, you guys, every time. I cannot make microwave oatmeal to save my life. I explode it every time. I just took this out like 20 seconds ago, stirred it, it seemed fine. It wasn't quite done yet, so I popped it in for another 30, and this is what I get. Sorry, Lila. This is why I normally stick to eggs or other things. I never eat oatmeal myself because I suck at cooking it. And I never want to get out like a pot and make it on the stovetop if I don't have to. I used to do that at our apartment all the time because we didn't have a microwave. And I just don't want to have to clean another pot or pan if I don't have to for making a toddler-sized portion of oatmeal. So, luckily, I did this exact same thing yesterday. So I know that the tray of my microwave is clean because I just washed it. All right, I think we saved it. Lila likes her oatmeal with some maple syrup. And frozen blueberries. This and yogurt with blueberries. I'm pretty sure my child eats frozen blueberries almost every morning for breakfast. I think we saved it. Lila's breakfast is ready. But no eggs this morning. I'm trying something different. Just a piece of sourdough bread. I've been trying to find more recipes to use basil in because obviously my basil plant has been thriving and I feel like I can only eat tomato mozzarella caprese so many times a week. I love it. I still will eat it all the time and variations of it, but we got to use up some basil. Yeah? You're all done. Story of my life. She's done. I have yet to make my food. Toast getting cold. Sounds about right. One day, when she's in elementary school, maybe I'll have hot food again. Okay, so for my breakfast this morning, I showed you guys I have a piece of toast. This is sourdough. This is gonna be a 3-point piece of bread. I'm gonna kind of do a little twist on fancy toast, and I'm backing away from avocado toast. I need a break. I've been eating it a lot this week. So instead of avocado toast, I'm gonna use the sourdough, a little bit of third less fat cream cheese, layer on some mango, basil, and balsamic glaze, and do kind of like a sweet and savory toast. I haven't tried this flavor combination before, but I love experimenting and trying new things because it keeps my healthy eating journey interesting. So sometimes things are amazing and they become new staples. Other times it's a flop. I'm gonna hope this one's amazing and not a flop, but I'll let you know. looks so good. Excited to see what the flavor combination is like. Of course, I feel like you guys need a first impression taste test. That's really, really good. The mango is so fresh and sweet, and then the basil and the cream cheese together give it that savory, unctuous, yum. It's a great combination of sweet and savory. Well, I am pleasantly surprised. That was a success, not a fail. They aren't always. I often end up with failures that I won't repeat again. But yeah, I'm so excited to have a new, like, fun, fancy toast for breakfasts. Tumbler number 2 down. That breakfast was nice because it started me off with a carb as well as a fat with the cream cheese. But the one thing I'm kind of missing that I normally do with avocado toast is eggs. I don't really think eggs work into that combination. So instead, to make sure I get a good dose of protein in this morning, I'm gonna make a Proffee Coffee for my coffee this morning. Usually when I do that, I like to use Premier protein drinks, but I don't have any home right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my own with some protein powder. Hey barista, you ready to help me make some coffee? All right, so to start off the Proffee Coffee, we are going to make a double shot of espresso, and mine espresso. Can you get one of the dark brown pods? Yep. That's just a double shot. It's the Cairo is the one I've been using lately. Good job. Nope, don't push the button yet. Lock it, now push the button. And I'm putting it in a glass cup because I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in the fridge for a few minutes and do it as an iced coffee. Need my coffee maker? Okay, so for the Proffee protein part, I'm gonna be using the TEAMI wellness powder in the vanilla flavor. And I always find a whole scoop is too much for me. I feel like I can taste the texture and flavor too much. So for coffee, I just like to use a half scoop. So where that line is would be a full scoop of powder. There's about a half scoop. I'm actually gonna mix this with almond milk. Pretty good. I don't know about you guys, I have the hardest time getting protein powders to fully dissolve into milk and water sometimes. I love using them in baking. I've made like protein waffles and pancakes with it. I really like using it in smoothies. That's something Lila and I will do for like a mid-afternoon snack, especially in the hot summer weather, is make a fruit smoothie. I throw in spinach and protein powder and bananas and other fruit and stuff like that. And it's a great little protein fruit cold treat boost in the afternoon. But whenever I mix it into milks, I have a hard time getting it to dissolve all the way. So let me know if you guys have any tricks. I've thought about getting one of those hand frothers. I have like a frother that came with my Nespresso and I never use it. I'm sure I will finally try it out and start trying to make like my own cold foam or something like that. But if you have a trick for getting your protein powder to dissolve better in milk, let me know. But it's still good. Okay, so before I leave the kitchen, I feel like I've been in here literally all morning because I have. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I pull out for dinner. I'm actually doing an at-home date night with Josh tonight because it's Friday, and that's something we do because we haven't really met a lot of babysitters in our area and our families live far away. We do at-home date night on Fridays. That's to make sure we get our quality couple time together, and I'll like usually make a special meal, or we'll order in and we'll do a movie, or sometimes we play like card games and stuff like that. We're old people. We're old people on the inside. That's the kind of stuff we like to do. I had purchased a package of steaks a few weeks ago, and in the past we used to eat our own ribeye and it was huge and it was a ton of meat. But now since we've been on a healthier eating plan, usually we will split one. And since it had two, I went ahead and froze one. So I'm gonna pull that out of the freezer so it defrosts in time so I can make it tonight. I'm making that along with, here it is. I'm making this ribeye along with a summer corn and zucchini risotto. So it sounds super fun. I'm gonna film making the whole dinner for you guys so you guys can check it out. And yeah, I'm excited for it. All right, I'm gonna let this defrost. I'm gonna go play with my tiny human, and I'll check in with you guys later for lunch. I affectionately call this dorm salad because I have been making this kind of salad ever since I lived in the dorms at college. It's very like salad bar. It's romaine lettuce. I threw a little bit of spinach in there too, but it's canned corn, cottage cheese, sliced carrots, and bell peppers. And then I used the bare chicken chunks that I get at Costco, which are divine and tastes just like chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. I mean, I know it sounds kind of like a weird combination, but the creamy cottage cheese really helps me back off the Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing that I use, which is a good dressing too, but it's so creamy. It helps cut down the need for dressings on it, but amps up the protein. I know cottage cheese on salad may sound kind of weird, but if you learned anything from our WW Queen Felicia, try the cottage cheese on stuff. Hey guys, okay, it's a little bit later after lunch. We are back in the kitchen. I feel so weird filming the entire video like from this one spot in my kitchen I'm at the island, so, but that's, I guess, the deal when I'm filming a what I eat in a day and I'm eating at home all day. We're not going out anywhere. We're just staying here today. So anyway, I'm doing good on my water. This is tumbler number 4. It's about halfway gone. I need between 5 and 6 of these tumblers. This is the Elo glass tumbler, by the way, with a silicone sleeve. I have it linked in the description. I included it as one of the items in my giveaway when I did my Q&A, when I hit my 5,000 subs. I can't believe, guys, we're almost to 10,000 subscribers. And I just did that Q&A for my 5,000 subscriber mark like last month. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. It means a lot to me and my family. You guys give me so much encouragement on my journey, so I'm so thankful for you. But this tumbler is great. I really love it. And it's an 18-ounce tumbler, so I need between 5 and 6 of those to get my 100 ounces of water goal in. But I am gonna mix it up. I know I don't share a lot of beverages with you guys. I feel like I mostly am sharing like water, lemon water, my wellness powders, coffee, and more coffee. But that's honestly majority of what I drink every day. However, on occasion, I do like to mix it up and have a 0 sugar soda or a diet soda or Crystal Light lemonade. And I've been doing something this summer that I have loved, and it really helps mix up my drinks without adding any points and very minimal calories. Okay, for a little beverage this afternoon, I am going to do a 0 sugar Canada Dry ginger ale, which is caffeine free if you're looking for that option, with some frozen wild blueberries. I love the trick of adding frozen fruit into either 0 sugar soda or Crystal Light lemonade for a 0 point fun drink. It mixes it up from water, but also keeps the points and calories really, really low or at 0. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this together and have a fun little drink this afternoon. Yeah, just to mix it up. So fun. Okay, guys. Well, tonight didn't go as planned. Does it ever when you're a mom of young kids? So Josh got home late. Lila had a really, really rough afternoon. I think it's because she woke up so early. She wouldn't take really quiet time this afternoon. She was go, 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 and was just overexhausted. And we had a long day. So all I wanted when Josh got home, he got home just in time to put her down to sleep. I was already starting her bedtime routine. So he finished putting her to bed, and I just needed to take like a mom moment. You know what I mean? I came upstairs, I took a shower. This is not the, I'm gonna go get something cute and have like a cute little date night with my husband look I was thinking I was gonna share with you guys. But you know what? Some nights it can still be date night. We're still gonna spend some quality time together, but I think we're just doing like a cozy movie in. I'm still gonna cook dinner, so hang tight. I'm gonna share that recipe with you guys because I still deserve good food. Okay guys, I don't feel so bad about this anymore. Josh was ecstatic to go change out of his work clothes and put on comfies himself. It's been a long week, so we're excited just to be in comfy clothes, snuggle up, watch a movie, but first we're gonna make a nice dinner. And just because we're making steak and risotto, like You don't have to be all dressed up for it. It's just nice to be able to eat an adult geared meal after the toddler has gone to bed. So let's grab our ingredients and get cooking. All right, y'all, I'm starting with the ingredients for our zucchini and corn summer risotto. We're gonna need sea salt, black pepper, extra virgin olive oil. I'm using chicken stock. You could use a vegetable broth if you wanted to. I'm going to be using some third less fat cream cheese for that creamy consistency. I have some minced garlic. You could use fresh, obviously mince it yourself. Arborio rice for the risotto, some grated Parmesan, as well as frozen corn kernels. I just grabbed a small handful of basil leaves that I'm going to slice up, half an onion, and just dice up the zucchini. There we go. So first up, I am gonna prepare my herbs and veggies. Risotto, you do tend to want to have your hands free while you start cooking the rice to be stirring it and tending to it and adding slowly in the broth. That's how you get that creamy consistency, is kind of babying it. So I'm going to get all this prepped ahead of time so I can just dump and go as I'm ready in the recipe.
I don't want to stay here, no. Gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do.
So the olive oil in the recipe is called just really to make sure that our veggies and stuff don't stick. So I put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in. Honestly, if you have one of the spray oils, I would use that. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a paper towel and 1 tablespoon in each pot and just give it a light coating to avoid excess oil. Honestly, I'm just out of my spray oils, which is why I did not use that instead for a 0-point option. So I will still count for my use of the olive oil, but to be honest, this is only gonna be, you know, how much absorbs into here. It's just enough to make sure things don't stick. First up, I'm going in with my 1 cup of chopped zucchini and 1 cup of corn into a pan, and we're gonna roast this off. And then this is the pot I'm gonna use for the rice, but we're gonna get this toasted up first and set it to the side to fold in once the risotto is done. I didn't need all of the zucchini that I chopped up, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge. This is a great filler for any dinner. Like, you could pop this into your meat when you're making tacos or enchiladas, or add it to a fresh salad after you roast it up with some other roast veggies on bed of greens. So there's so many ways to incorporate zucchini, and it's such a great summer veggie. So I'm gonna pop it in the fridge for another meal.
Someday we will look back and our hearts will be whole again. I want to.
This is looking good. Just gonna move it off the heat. Let that sit until this part's in. I popped my onions in. Now I'm gonna add the garlic. One cup of rice. Here I'm letting the rice toast off for a minute before I start adding in my chicken stock. I also decided to add in the zest of 1 lemon at this point, and the juice from half a lemon.
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space.
So now that I have all of that together, I'm gonna start with my first cup of chicken stock. I'm going to mix this into the rice and constantly be stirring it over the heat until all of the moisture absorbs into the rice, and then I'm gonna add my next cup. I ended up using the full box, 4 cups of stock for this recipe. You'll probably need anywhere from 3 to 4 cups depending on how high of a heat you're cooking at. Once all of the moisture is cooked into the rice and I feel like it's cooked to a good medium doneness, you still want a little bite to your rice, not too soft, I'm gonna add in 2 ounces of the low-fat cream cheese and season with salt and pepper. Once that's all incorporated, I'm also adding in half a cup of Parmesan. And we'll finally combine it with that fresh roasted corn and zucchini mix. Moving on to prepare our steak. It's completely defrosted, so now I'm just taking a paper towel and blotting any extra moisture off so it's nice and dry. I'm seasoning it simply with some salt and pepper. And then we're going to sear it in a hot pan for 2 minutes on each side and then an additional 2 minutes on the first side. I'm gonna let it rest for between 5 to 10 minutes. Beautiful. And then I'm just gonna slice it. So I am measuring mine out just so I can keep track of the points. So I have 3 1/4 ounces of steak going on my plate, and then I put the rest on Josh's. How is it?
It's good. Really good.
It turn out okay?
Yeah, it's nice and flavorful.
When I was stirring it, it looked like it was getting a little goopy from the cheese, but the risotto, you have to baby it, but it still has a good bite to the rice, so it's not overcooked or mushy. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. This was a brand new recipe, first time I did it, and the garlic went slightly over in the pan before I started adding the rice and everything, so I was really worried it was gonna have like a burnt garlic taste, but I think with all of the stock that went into it and then folding in those creamy cheeses, I can't taste a bitter taste at all, so I think that kind of saved me. I also added a squeeze of lemon and some lemon zest in, which I didn't talk about when I listed out the ingredients, and it really brightened everything up. So you have that creamy, savory cheese, but you have the brightness of the lemon with the zucchini and corn, and then I just sprinkled the basil on top real quick. I'm pretty happy with this. Great date night meal. And yes, I told you guys I'm obsessed with Food Network TV. We feel like we're eating with Tom right now, watching Top Chef. Right? It's a while later. We were pretty full from dinner, but Josh and I have been watching a movie. We paused it and took a little intermission break for dessert time. Tonight we are going to be having some root beer floats. So this is the A&W Zero Sugar. So I'm going to use a can of this, as well as this is the Breyers Carb Smart ice cream. We've had this a couple times before and it's pretty good. It's definitely a light ice cream. It's not as creamy as like the full fat kind. It's a little bit on the icy side, but I actually think it pairs really well for a root beer float. That's my favorite way to have this as opposed to just ice cream by itself. And you can have a half cup of it for 4 points on the WW Blue plan. 2/3 of a cup, 110 calories. I was having a little bit of trouble finding points when I was entering everything in at dinner for the steak. With what I came up with based on the best available options in the WW app when I searched, I still have 8 points left for the day. So if I have a 4-point dessert, I'm still coming in at only 34 out of 38 points for the day, which seems so crazy because I've had such a nice dinner and dessert, but I was really smart about how I used my points throughout the day earlier today, and I did fill it with a lot of 0-point foods. So everything in balance, and it works out. I'm not even into my weeklies yet for this week. And what kind of a dog mommy would I be if Millie didn't get some doggy ice cream too? Whoop, got a little bit. Millie loves ice cream. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining me today for my What I Eat in a Day on the WW Blue plan and counting calories for a calorie deficit. We had a really great date night. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye!